You know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce you to our two fighters. We fight 4 by 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you first, standing across in the red corner, weighed in officially 89.9 kilos. He's from the Game-Bred Boxing Gym trained by Valo Fatlarupa. Please welcome Waikato Falefehi. And his opponent standing across in the blue corner, weighed in officially 89.8 kilos. Trained by Stephen N.G. from the Matrix Boxing Gym. Please welcome Casey Caswell. The referee, third man in the middle, Mr. John Watson.
Okay, boxers, we've been over the rules. Let's have a good clean fight. Touch gloves, back to your corners. Protect yourself at all times.
Well, another intriguing matchup for our second fight on tonight's fight card. We've got two varying fighters here. We've got Casey Caswell, he's Mr. Perfect. He's had 4 fights, 4 wins, 4 KOs. So will his KO streak continue tonight? Whereas Cato has had 7 fights last year, so he's kept himself very busy as well. So with a
huge right hand there by Cato, slipped straight through there.
Well, the activity maybe proved to be the deciding factor. But yeah, as you said, good opening.
He's a very dangerous fight, this is, Nathan, up in the cruiserweights. Both boys have got very heavy hands, and Cato can definitely punch, as we saw there with that big right hand there. I think Caswell has to be very careful and keep that defense nice and tight.
Yeah, it was a good opening exchange there, and he does have to be mindful of his power as he
right
marches
hand
forward.
There by Cato. Tries to catch the left hook there.
Good punches there. Up and under there from Cato, you can see he's trying to bring him onto a punch or onto an uppercut, I should say.
Going to have to be very careful early here, Casey Caswell. Oh, another big uppercut swinging there.
Oh!
Cato's just going to have to be careful that he doesn't punch himself out here. Oh, nice combination punching there by Casey Caswell.
And that's exactly where Cato doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to have his back to the ropes because this man to his right has power.
Cato's almost throwing his punches from his waist there. He's getting a lot of power with them, but there's not much defense there. So I think what we'll start to see is Casey Caswell doing the catch counters there and answering. A little bit of a low blow there.
He can't get caught up in the moment here, Casey Caswell. He's just got to be tight with his defense because he's swinging from the rafters at the moment, and any one of those can catch him at any time.
See the claret building on the left eye of Caswell there already from those right hands. Cato throws a huge bomb.
Pretty sure those are the punches that caused that. There's a massive swelling there on the left eye of Caswell.
Nice little right hand to the body there by Caswell.
He's just got to stick to his basics here, does Caswell. Just stick out his jab. Don't get frustrated. He'll probably gas himself out if he keeps on throwing haymakers like this.
Yeah, I agree there, Nathan. I think Caswell's got to be very, very careful and stick to the basics here and not get drawn into this big fight. Because he's got some extreme knockout power, Cato does. He's throwing punches with bad intentions.
That's it. He relaxes. A couple good shots there, but relaxes, goes back to center ring, lets him off Casey Caswell, but as he comes forward again right now. Right uppercut, just missing the mark once again from Cato. Wow, what an opening round.
Well, very explosive round there, round number 1.
Just whether he can endure that all the way throughout the contest. I know it's only a 4 by 3 minute contest, but when you're throwing bombs like that, you fatigue very quickly. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how the second and third round plays out.
Be interesting to see how they come out here in round 2. I can see Coach Stephen N.G. of Caswell there giving him clear instructions to keep those hands up and to move the head. I think what Casey Caswell will have success with here is to throw some feints, draw some of those big shots out, maybe sit and find his range and then attack.
He's just got to stick to the basics, got to perfect the basics and make sure he's very tight with his defense and everything off that jab. If everything comes off that jab for Caswell, the openings will come. So Caswell's had the 4 fights, but he's only had the 8 pro rounds because he's knocked everyone out along the way. So due to all those early stoppages. So, I mean, he hasn't had much experience either. Only 8 pro rounds out of his 4 bouts. So he hasn't gone the distance. Cato starts a little bit more patiently this round as the right hand sneaks through there from Casey Caswell.
You can see that that sting has almost gone from Cato's punches now as well. He's obviously fatiguing, so he doesn't have as much power in there. So this is where Caswell needs to stay tight, stay composed. As you said, Nathan, keep the basics up and get through these rounds. He'll have more success as the fight goes on.
That's right. You just got to weather the storm.
Nice right hand there, though, by Cato. Nice, sharp right hand straight down the middle.
In a fighter like Cato, they fight in bursts, 10-second bursts, but then they have a breather and they fight for another 10 seconds. So if he's got his tight defense and dominates 3/4 of the round, he's going to win the round, Caswell. So that's what he's just got to stick to his basics, tight defense, and he'll come away with this win.
Not just sit there as well and wait for Cato to throw those bombs. If they're just both sitting there, throw a jab in his face. It'll stop him throwing a punch. Nice little jab, then step hook there by Caswell. Stepped off the line there and had some success.
2 and 3 punch combination from Caswell as he starts to unload in this corner.
Beautiful combination punching there by Caswell. Cato looks fatigued. He needs to hold.
Whacking away to the body. He knows it's going to suck the energy of Cato, so Caswell doing a good job.
Oh, nice counter right hand there by Cato.
Right hand lead over the top, just missing the mark from Caswell.
Cato pushing Caswell back onto the ropes there. With a very physical contest here. Cato's got to be careful not to sit on the ropes there. That's where Caswell's having so much success.
Watch out, go hold it.
Once again, just fighting in bursts is Cato, just 10-second bursts at a time. It's not going to be enough to win this because if Caswell can grind out the rest of the round, that'll be enough.
That's what he needs to do right there. He made him miss. Once he misses, he's got to make him pay.
Hands free there. 10 seconds.
Right now, it's about winning the rounds. He's got to keep that punching output up, keep the basics going, as you say, and just keep that work rate high. Good round. I'd say that's another Casey Caswell round. A very dangerous round where Cato's got extreme power.
Yeah, originally from Auckland, New Zealand is Cato, but now calls Brisbane home, obviously with the lockdowns. It's all local matchups. As we go into the third round of a 4-round contest, we can see some of the replays here. It was a good entertaining round again. Caswell doing the majority of the output, but gee, he's dangerous when he comes forward. Cato with those big haymakers.
That's where Caswell has that success, as you say, Nathan. Cato's punching in those bursts, so when he's standing there, he's usually standing there for longer periods of time. So he's vulnerable to getting that high punch work on him.
Round 3 kicking off, 3 of 4. Caswell starts with some straight jabs down the line, trying to get that distance, and there's another good jab catching the attention. Never relax. With a fighter like Cato in front, you can never relax because you're one punch away from disaster, and he can pull him from anywhere. You can see he throws them from his hips sometimes, and he's very unconventional.
I like that right uppercut that he throws there, Nathan. He's landing it through there, but it's just only one punch that he throws.
That's right. He needs to double it up or come with a second attack or something. Show him something different. I think that's what's going to win the fight here for Casey Caswell, is just having the more punching in numbers more. He's got the higher output there, whereas punching in 2s and 3s, where Cato is just throwing those lunging single shots. Okay, good right hand there. Oh, lead
Double
right hand. Holding the center ring well now, Casey Caswell, which keeping Cato on the ropes. Fatigue's starting to set in, no doubt, for Cato. You can see his output's dramatically decreased as the fight's going on. Another lead right hand, 2 lead right hands. Quite dangerous shot against a big puncher because you're sort of leaving your chin right out there to be hit. Absolutely, both big boys here at the cruiserweight limit, up at 90.7 kilos. Big shot, once again. And a lot of power, these two boys. Oh, nice right hand there. We felt that down here, Nathan. Yeah, he's on top there of it now. Again. And he can smell the blood as he closes in on
keep
Cato.
That up. Stay tight in the middle when he does it. Referee having a close look there. But Cato's still throwing back. Got to make sure he stays tight on the inside. Cato is still dangerous, Nathan. Yeah, no doubt. A little right hand over the top of the glove there, where the defense almost got a little bit lazy by Caswell. He'll start getting really desperate now. He knows he can't win on points, so he's going to try and score that knockdown, that magnificent knockdown with one punch, potentially. Got to be very careful, Casey Caswell, with those body shots. He's finding himself very open.
Okay, good.
He gets caught with that second right hand there, but he rode the punch, so he didn't get the full grunt of it, luckily for Caswell.
Another very exciting round there.
Yep, looks like it's going the distance. So
round 3, much like the first 2 rounds there, where Cato extremely dangerous, throwing those big power shots. Caswell punching in numbers.
He's just got to stay composed here, Caswell. He's done everything right so far, but just got to stay on that jab, keep him at bay, and keep the big puncher away from him.
Cato has got to come out here and absolutely give it everything in this 4th and final round.
Yeah, a couple of good shots here on the replay. You can see a left hand, right hand sneaking through the defense of Cato there. And you can see when the fatigue sets in, because he just retreats and he goes to the corner, lands on the ropes, and then he has a breather and he comes back for another 10-second burst.
I think he could be a very dangerous fighter if he was a fit fighter.
Definitely, definitely.
Let's see, Cato starting to breathe through his mouth at the moment, breathing heavy.
Good spot, boys.
Oh, as Casey Caswell, I'd be targeting the body right now.
They touch gloves for the 4th and final round. We'll see a bit of energy here from Cato. Now you can see he's on his toes now. He knows this is the last round. He can score the knockout.
He looks good when he's throwing these long punches, Cato here.
Yeah,
oh, nice lead hook.
You can see he's energized now. He's back on his feet.
They were the first jabs he's thrown all fight. He had some success with them. Nice lead uppercut there. Caswell answers.
And that's the shots. It's straight down the pipe that is scoring the scoring here tonight.
Working there, working there.
I think it's safe to say we have Casey Caswell up on the cards here, but he is definitely earning this win.
Yeah, like I said, only 8 pro rounds. This is by far his hardest test to date.
But it's not one yet. Cato is still extremely dangerous.
Here he is. You can see he's almost fatigued and he's backed himself in the corner like the previous rounds. Has a breather, then he'll just launch for one last attack. Good jabs there. Nothing on those jabs, but just keeping him at bay, keeping that distance, making sure that distance is maintained. by Caswell.
He's almost punched himself out as well, Caswell.
Oh, he's feeling the pinch, both boys here, but more Cato. He's really sucking in the big ones now.
As we approach our final minute of this bout.
Yeah, just hitting the gloves there from Cato.
How tough is Cato taking these shots on the ropes as well?
Wow. And Caswell marches forward again. Left hook. Missing the mark there from Cato as Caswell comes back on. The counter attack, that's where he's been winning this tonight. Cato misses and he pays him for it.
Casey Caswell going for the knockout now. He wants to end this fight early. He doesn't want to leave it to the judges. But Cato answers. He calls him on. Oh, big shot by Cato.
This is what Caswell doesn't need to do. He's well up on the scorecards. He's just got to jab it out, get to the end, get the victory. Don't get sucked into a fight that Cato wants you to fight.
Big right hand bomb. Just misses. Oh, great 4 rounds there. Very evenly matched fight, Nathan.
Yeah, another good one.
I think although Casey Caswell would have won most, if not all rounds, I think that was still very even and exciting to watch.
Well, it kept you on the edge of your seat all the way through because you always knew he had that one-punch chance, you know, one-punch knockout chance, as we can see here on the replays. Caswell, the output was definitely in his favour, but that one-punch power, it came from Cato. So that's why it was so enthralling this matchup, because you never knew what was going to happen until that final bell.
So we expect Casey Caswell will go to 5-0 and keep his undefeated record here. And the Australian Cruiserweight division, very exciting at the moment. We've got fighters the likes of Jaya Patea, who's looking at a world title fight very soon. We've got Queensland-owned Ace Boxing promoted Ben Kelleher.
Yep.
So it's a very jam-packed division here. Casey Caswell will only start to move up the rankings now with a big tough fight like that.
That'll do him well, Caswell, that it's his first fight that is going to the scorecard, so there's a new thing for him. Get to the end of the bout, so that'll do him the world of good for his future fights.
As you said at the start of the fight, Nathan, Casey Caswell is Mr. Perfect. He's got to have the best smile in Australian boxing. Have you seen his white teeth he's got in there? He was joking about it before the fight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both fighters. And again, another terrific contest. We go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Roy Saunders scored the bout 39-37. Judge Paul Williams scored the bout 40-36. And Judge Rodney Marsh scored the bout 39-37. All to your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Casey Caswell.
There it is, a unanimous points win to Casey Caswell.